Some weapon types, such as the S-stock mace and stiletto, negate a portion of the enemy's damage reduction. We're back in Pillars of Eternity. We're in the something something inn. Wow, I've just noticed that there's a whole separate room over here. I was about to say I was gonna go out and rescue the cook, but now I see there's a whole room here with a whole bunch of people in them. Don't think you can turn up and take my place. I had to work hard to get this job. Anyone seen Burley around? He's usually drinking his head off this hour of the day.
Thought this place was going under after the owner left, but it's held out.
Careful if you head east. Guards patrol the eastern wood, but not the Black Meadow. Well, thanks for the information. Is there anybody important in here? I'm looking for somebody that I might be able to hire. Oh, look at this. These two have names. Hey, Selena Vertivo and Strom Brightblade. Hello. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Oh. So, I'm thinking these people are actually imaginary people, and I'm, touching them. These are part of the ghosts of the past that my character is contacting. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other. Careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke out from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Whoa, lady. I saw into your past. Have you come here from an island? Hey, wait! Are you from the same archipelago that I'm from? I'm from the Pirate Islands. Oh, I guess we can't actually talk to her. What about Strom Brightblade? Can we talk to you? As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking toward the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a boy. A bow, not a boy. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up a shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There is sudden, explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a nocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses his last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind its shoulder, piercing heart and lungs, and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds, and then slowly turn to look at the man, newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. Strom Brightblade, you have an interesting history. And Selena Vertivo. Boy, I wish I could hire you two. Oh, there's a table here. Oh, there's money on the table. Just sitting on the table. Can I just take this money? I feel like that's a tip for the waitress. I don't want to take the money from the table. That would be rude. So what is the deal with these people that we can't actually talk to? They just give us this weird sort of vibe. There was a guy out in the town that did that too. It's sort of like, what was that Stephen King book where the guy was in the coma, and when he woke up from the coma, every time he touched somebody, he saw their future or something. Oh man, I can't remember the name of that book. It's of course it was made into a movie, and the movie had what's his name in it? Wow, I can't remember anything this morning. Well, I said I was going to go rescue the cook, so let's go rescue the cook. Let's go back to the Valewood. In conversations, your main character does the talking, but companions may sometimes interject their opinions and ideas. Here we are, Aloth. I forgot.
How may I help?
I forgot how you pronounced your name. I think it was Aloth. Any thoughts on what I should do next? Well, you're in charge here. You said that before. Let's check the map. Aha, there's the bandit camp. We are going directly to the bandit camp. There's also a bear cave up there. It's dark. I've just noticed it's dark. Maybe we should...
Nice and quiet.
Maybe we should sneak into the bandit camp. Wait. I should switch to my ranged weaponry. Where is the bandit camp? I've gone the wrong way. It's over this way. Maybe they're sleeping. Nope, they're not sleeping. Let's just walk boldly over. A young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle. Oh my god, I cannot talk, I cannot read, I cannot do anything this morning. Let's start that all over again. A young dwarf tending to the stew looks up. Now I have to cough. This is an absolute disaster. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, sputtering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please. Help me. One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Well, no chance for... No chance for parley, I see. Well, let's... First thing, we'll do Whisper of Treason on the guy with the blades first.
Yes?
I want you to attack the guy with the bow. Wait, are you gonna run up there and attack him? Okay, well, good luck with that. Get the spell off. Okay, got the spell off. I'm gonna switch back to my mace, I guess. And start attacking. Okay, you're just standing there. There we go. Come on. Take him down. Your spells are not very good. Your spells are not very effective, Aloth. Okay, things are not going well here. This is not going quite as well as I anticipated. I think we need to do another Whisper of Treason against this bandit. And then I think we need to do a Mind Wave against this guy. Finally! Jeez. Alright, now I'm gonna do a Mind Wave against this archer who is making our lives miserable. Finally! Okay, now let's concentrate on the bandit. The final bandit. Whoa, you blew him into bloody chunks, Aloth. Wow. That was a terrifying combat. Daggers and copper bands. Really? That's it? Well, we'll put it in the stash, I guess. Shields. Lockpicks. Oh, I'll take a lockpick. And the rest will go in the stash. Make sure we loot these people before we do anything else. Ooh, a hood. A cape and a hood. And a white leaf. And just take it all. You there, Tenfrith. I think I'm here to rescue you.
Good day, stranger.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. Did Pasca send you? She must be beside herself. I must get back at once. But listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure to drop by the Black Hound. I'll let her know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. You have earned a reputation. Reputations can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach and will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or enemies of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation with that group. Harming a group will increase your negative reputation. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputation with a group if you help and harm them in equal measure. Well, well, well. Oh, I didn't notice that we had a late for dinner task down here. Tenfrith was very grateful for my assistance in freeing him from captivity in the bandit camp. He suggested I speak with the innkeeper at the Black Hound Inn in the Gilded Vale, who is in a better position to reward me for my efforts. We did it. Aloth. We did it. The tent is empty but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Ah, here's something over here. A crate of fruit. I will take the fruit.
I'll see what I can find.
Let's see if we can look around. I feel like when we go into sneak mode, we also look for, like, secret stuff. But I don't see any secret stuff. Just one crate of fruit. Well, I was about to say our work here is done, Aloth, but I see there's a body up there. How do we get there? Let's see if we can find that body. Oh, I don't think we can get up there. Uh-oh. It's a young wolf. We should kill it immediately. Oh, there's two? There's three? Holy crap. Okay, this is more than I expected. Let's frighten one of these wolves. Oh, no, don't. No, stop. Oh, damn it.
Aye?
Oh, I'm getting killed here. Did I cast the spell? No, I didn't. Why the... Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting freaking killed here. This is not good. Oh, thank god. Okay. No! Don't hit it. Don't hit that one. Don't hit the other one. Hit the other one. Okay. One down. Now we wait. Do a mind blast. Maybe it'll knock him back. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freaking die. Wait, I need a thing. Give me a second wind. Right click for details. How does this work? That does endurance. I don't need endurance. I need health. Wait, why is it... Oh, that is endurance. Okay, I need endurance. Right. Frickin' now. I think I'm gonna drop dead here in a second. What's happening? Ouch! When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out of the fight. But as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of the character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. Wow, so the... What? There's like 2 different hit points. There's endurance hit points and there's health hit points. Okay, so I just got obliterated by this wolf.
Yes?
Well, Aloth, it's up to you now to deal with this. Okay, well, let's blast this thing.
Lava will be on seek!
Boom. And let's do... Is that gonna Is that fan of flames gonna hit? Wait, I feel like I need to back up. Freeze damage to the target. Yeah, let's do that. Did it work? Let's do that one again, because that did a lot. Do the missiles. Boom! Okay, how about just keep doing that, because that seems like it's doing a lot of damage. Keep going. Another one.
Beyond seek.
It missed! Give me... Oh no, we're out! What is that? Arcane Assault? Just do all the things. Blast him. Yes! Ah. Aloy! Aloth, you saved me. You saved me from certain doom. That was close. Wow, that was quite a bit more intense than I expected it was going to be. I have a swollen eye now. My perception is -4. What's this?
Nice and quiet.
Uh-oh. That looks like a trap. Let's not go that way. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Let's examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Let's try to scale the wall. The crumbling wall is of a considerable height even now, and its uneven surface promises a difficult climb. Who will scale it? I will... You know what? I will climb up myself. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up, but the uneven bricks, an odd angle of ascent, make the climb difficult, and after a short distance your arms begin to burn too fiercely. You are forced to drop back down to the ground. Oh well, I tried. Wow, I guess I don't have enough strength or something. Okay, let's go back to town. We've had a rough outing here. Fighting wolves and such. I hope they don't come back. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of other places we can go now. We can go to Magrin's Fork. Whatever that is. But let's go back to the Gilded Vale. An 8-hour trip back to the Vale. We're back. Where are we? I don't know where we are. I'm trying to get back to the... Get back to the inn. Can I just click over here and move somewhere? That'd be cool. Hey, it worked. Here we come. And then I told her, that's not the pistol. Ha! I guess that was a funny joke. Hey, Pasca, we're back.
Welcome.
The innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. So what would you like? Could I see what you have for sale? I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in the Deerwood. Wow, the party gained 794 experience for a total quest experience of 1,192. Yay, discount prices. Not on adventurers, though. So there's something on the... We got cookies. We got ale and beer and blah, 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 blah. We got all kinds of stuff. Camping supplies for 63. We got retraining. We got party management. I feel like we should have a nice rest for 83 copper pieces. So we had a rough time out there, so I feel like we should rest. We had a rough time against that giant wolf. Hey, we leveled up. And our task, late for dinner, is complete. Let's level up. We are level 3 now. We have 7 points to spend. Let's do more mechanics. That's 2 points. Survival. What is survival good for? Oh, okay, that's like a camping bonus. Lore is for using scrolls. Athletics. Second wind seems really important, so I feel like I want that. Stealth seems important for my character. My character is turning into a bit of a rogue, I would say. And I will carry over 1 point to the next level. Alright. Oh, I have a level 2 power I can gain now. Let's see. We got Amplified Thrust, Mental Binding, Mind Blades, Phantom Foes, Psycho Vampiric Shield, and Recall Agony. Well, after that beating I just took from that wolf, I'm thinking about getting Psycho Vampiric Shield. The cipher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. Drains 10 resolve and adds 25 deflection for 27 seconds. Requires 20 focus. I think I'm going to get that. And what else do we have on level 1 we could get? I think I'm going to get Eye Strike, which shocks an enemy's visual receptors, dazing and blinding them as well as blinding nearby targets. I feel like I want to get, you know, utility sort of skills. That's what I want to get. And that's it. Oh, I don't get a special skill or anything at level 3. Let's level up Aloth. Isn't there a way to do this automatically? I thought this was done automatically. Perhaps not. Well, I think this guy needs lore. This guy's definitely going to be a lore guy. We'll just carry over the skill to the next level. He doesn't need anything but lore. Which sort of makes it pointless for me to upgrade my lore skill. Holy crap. Oh my god, I gotta... Oh jeez. Isn't there any way to do this automatically? Because I really would rather do this automatically. Ray of Fire sounds cool. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Combusting wounds sounds kind of cool. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. I get the feeling they just kind of went through the D&D player's handbook and just copied down all the spells and just sort of changed the name around. I get the feeling that's kind of what they did in this game. Alright, that's good enough. We are leveled up to level 3. We are taking this game by storm. Now what do we do? We've completed Late for Dinner. Pasca, the innkeeper at the Blackhound Inn, was very grateful for my help in getting Tenfrith back safely. She's promised me a discount on both food and lodging in return for my assistance. So that means we're back to visions and whispers. In my dream, I heard a message from a woman, a dead woman hanging from the tree that stands at the center of the Gilded Vale. It may be nothing more than a dream, but there was a strange realism to it. I need to return there and see for myself whether there was anything to it. My condition is not lifted, and I am not sleeping well. Find the dwarf woman from the dream. I guess we're going back to the tree. Actually, as it turns out, I am sleeping well. I'm sleeping quite well, in fact. We had a nice night's rest. Let's go to the tree, Aloth. Let's head back to the tree. Back to the tree of death. The super creepy tree of death. I think we've gone the wrong way. Let's go around this way instead. I'm looking for a dwarf woman. Oh, she's right there. She's sparkling and stuff. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated, purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. I will reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Her eyes squint as she peers down at you. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
She gives you a motherly smile. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their honor can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Kadnua. Okay. I also think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Caldara appraises you with scholarly interest.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me now.
She smiles sadly at the thought. You said souls break apart over time? I'm just a simple merchant from the Pirate Islands. I don't know what that means.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
She clicks her tongue. Say, I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Well, who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Berranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
That sure is a sad tale. So, what exactly is an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
That's all very interesting.
Of course, dear.
I don't really have anything else to say, so goodbye. Have fun hanging on that tree, I guess. See ya.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Samosa was granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you all right? You seemed lost just now. The party gained 934 experience, for a total quest experience of 1,400. Well, it turns out I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, hmm? In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we are traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers, Aloth? Only that they are rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you just demonstrated. Okay, well, let's continue on. New quest, the Old Watcher. Travel to Cadnua. And the Visions and Whispers quest is completed now. I have a word now for what I have become, a Watcher. It seems that if I am to learn more about this affliction, I must seek out a man called Merwald in the old keep of Cadnua. The spirit of Caldara Bebazi. The spirit of Caldara de Berranzi, one of Lord Radic's unfortunate victims, has directed me towards Cadnua, where I will find a man named Merwald. Caldara has informed me that I have become something known as a Watcher, and that this Merwald is a Watcher as well. Perhaps he can tell me more about what's happening to me. Cadnua is southeast of Gilded Vale, past the Black Meadow. I will have to travel there if I am to speak with Merwald. Well, it looks like that is our only task here for now. You have seen visions of another time and place. You were walking in a grand chamber toward a giant machine, and a man was standing in front of it. You wanted to ask him something, but what it wasn't clear. Cyclopedia, notes. Oh, I can create my own notes if I wish. Interesting. Well, 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 the plot thickens. Suddenly, I'm a Watcher.
17 and a half.
What was that? The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthly and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with a straw-colored hat, leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Aloth frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Eder. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
He looks you up and down and grimaces. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Say, do you know what a Watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, Watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be.
Hey, I'm a cipher.
Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're going to be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decided he's the living incarnation of ethos. Overthrows Red Saras. Marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Ethos? God of rebirth and redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had some other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? Well, he got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kulsk, plotting Radric's overthrow, said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. What does the town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's this Kalsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're hanged next, if you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waden's legacy started with Wadenwin. Say, we could travel together. Where are you headed? I'm going to some place called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He glances briefly at the tree, tilts his head forward, and gives you a pointed look. All right then, let's get going. Hey, we got a new party member. It's Eder. who is a level 3 fighter. Awesome. The new tank has joined the party. Yay. Samosa reputations, none. Party reputations. I am an ally at the Gilded Vale. Faintly good. That's good to know. Well, alright. I think that's a good place to stop. We will continue next time, making our way to... Wait, we have a new quest here, though. Fragments of a Scattered Faith. Eder has agreed to travel with me. He seemed to have some questions he thought a watcher might be able to answer. After telling Eder that I was headed for Cadnua to see its lord, an old watcher named Marwald, he expressed that there were things he'd like to ask Marwald as well. Well, well, well. We're all headed to Cadnua then. That's going to be it for now. See you later.